Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, chosen ones. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and you are blessed. So today I want to make a little bit of a controversial video, maybe. It's a little bit scary if you are not spiritually strengthened and spiritually equipped to understand and absorb this information. If you are spiritually equipped, it's only going to be confirmation to you and exactly what you're going through. Chosen ones, in your hometown, you will be hated. Chosen ones, I repeat, in your hometown, you will be persecuted. You will be targeted because you are destined for a greater purpose than, let's say, regular people who are not walking with God. Now, this is not to undermine anybody, and this is not to say that anybody is lesser than anybody, but either you are walking with God or you are walking with the devil. There's only two sides to this entire game called life. Either you serve Yah, Elohim, or you serve the devil. So, in your hometown, chosen one, they are going to know that you are destined for a greater mission. They are going to know that when you walk into a room and you see people murmuring, you feel that negative spirit, that negative energy when people look at you or talk to you. Remember that we are not battling against flesh and blood, but we are battling against principalities and unseen demonic dark forces. So what happens is that when you are awake to the spiritual reality of the world that you're living in, what's going to happen is that in the spirit, since you are of light, since you are of God, since you're walking in his commandments, you are being obedient to him. If you're still struggling with certain areas of sin, then it makes you more susceptible to demonic forces and demonic attacks. And this is not to condemn anybody, but obviously we struggle with sin every single day. As long as we are in this body, in this physical vessel, we are going to struggle with sin. We are going to struggle with unrighteousness, with, it's natural. It's in the air that we're living in. That's why the Bible talks about constantly submitting our thoughts to the authority of Christ. That's why we have to read the word daily. That's why we have to constantly stay plugged into the word. So what happens is, this is a battle between demonic forces and angelic forces. This is a battle between angels and demons. You have to choose what side you are on. And let me tell you something. Just like the angels and Yeshua has power, demons have power too. But you are the one who decides which is going to win within you. The power is within you. You have to choose. Am I going to feed my demons? Because those demons are always trying to come in. Remember, it's a spiritual war. Like you'll have an angel whispering in your ear all the great things that God has in store for you and all the things that you're trying to do in order to get ahead. And as you're walking with God, the doors that he's going to be opening, the things that he's going to do for you. But then you have the demons telling you all the negative things, all the lies that try to discourage you and push you down. So you have to choose. You're the one who has the power. God gave you free will to choose him or choose the devil. But the devil will flee the more you get connected to God. Stop looking around you. Stop looking at other people. Stop looking at others. You need to focus on your mission. You need to focus on you. You need to focus on not just you by your own flesh, but you need to focus on you and God. What does God have for you to do? I think that a lot of people, and this is the thing that happens when people start ganging up against the chosen ones. Maybe you've been ganged up upon when you start following God, when you start obeying his commandments, and when you start really dedicating your life to doing his work, to asking God, what do you want me to do for you? How can I serve your kingdom? How can I further your kingdom on this earth? When you start doing that, God starts giving you ideas. God starts pouring into you. That way you can pour into other people. And what happens to every other person The reason why these people are ganging up against you is simply because they're not putting in the work. They're not, you know what's mind-blowing to me? How is it that you're not putting in the work to walk with God? You're not sacrificing anything, but you have no idea. When you see this person winning, when you see the chosen person winning and they're getting ahead in life, do you know what they had to sacrifice? Do you know the battles that this person has had to face? But like, people are going to be attacking people who are winning or who are getting ahead, but they don't even understand the sacrifices. Only God knows the sacrifices you've had to put in order to get to where you are. Or maybe you're just in ground zero and you still haven't seen your reward. But guess what? Your reward is coming. I am telling you that your reward is coming. God is telling you your reward is coming. I just don't think people understand this. And sometimes it frustrates me because even in my own walk, I have seen people attack. But they have no idea the years in warfare that I spent just to get out of bed. They see, when God is prospering you and God is furthering you ahead, but they don't know the warfare you had to face when the devil was trying to kill you. They have no idea when the devil was trying to make you kill yourself. They have no idea all those days that you had to go through. But when they see you getting ahead, they want to stop you because they're devils. They are being possessed by demonic spirits because they have not submitted to God. So this is just a reminder, chosen ones. In your hometown, they will know who you are. And they are going to do everything to go against you and the purpose God has for you. But you know what it says in the Bible? No weapon formed against you will prosper. No weapon formed against you will prosper. None. So you know what? You just need to remind yourself one thing. That the devil could go against God's plan, right? So you need to think about one thing. Who are they really going against? Are they going against you? Or are they going against God? This is what I want you guys to think about, chosen ones. If you guys feel like there's so much pressure on you right now because you're walking with God, just think about one thing. They're not going against you. They're going against God. Because God's plan in your life is his purpose. Like, God is using you. You're the vessel that God is using in order to further his plan. So if there's demons trying to stop that, your enemies are now God's enemies. I don't know about you, but I would be scared if I was your enemy. If I was your enemy, I would be scared. Because you're going against God? You're going against Yeshua, Elohim, the creator of the universe? Oh, let me just tell you guys something. People are scared of the devil. But man, if you think the devil has power, think about the great I am's power and his wrath. And this isn't to scare anybody. But if they're going against you, if they're ganging up against you, they're not ganging up against you. They're ganging against God's child. So you need to rest in the fact that your enemies, not only will they not be able to prosper any weapon they form against you, but they will fall upon the own grave that they have built for themselves. They will reap everything they have sowed. And guess what? God also says, this is another reminder, don't rejoice when God sends his wrath upon every evil doing that they have done against you. Because God is very, very, one thing about God is that the most precious thing about you is your heart as a chosen one. As a chosen one of God, the reason why you have what you have, the reason why you are who you are, the reason why God chose you is because of your heart. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the devil is after your heart. The enemies are after your heart. They want to poison your heart. So do not allow your heart to be poisoned. Pray for your enemies. Bless your enemies. The ones who go against you, pray for them. You know why David rose to his position? Do you know why God chose David and why God's favor was so upon David? Because David, when Saul wanted to kill him, I keep on talking about David and Saul because it's just such a prominent example in the Bible of God's chosen people, God's chosen disciples that showed such a beautiful heart. Like David was a man after God's heart, and that's why David was so blessed. So this is an example that no matter how hard they try to go against you, you need to keep your heart. And the Bible says, guard your heart above all things. And it's really easy to get caught up in the mess and in the chaos and all the things that they try to do against you. But you have to protect your heart above all. I am telling you, pray every single day. Stay prayed up. Having a good heart does not mean that you have to let yourself be deceived or that you have to fall, let people, hurt you or go against you. You defend yourself with the authority that God has given you, but you have to keep your heart clean because that's literally your soul. That is what the devil is after. He wants to ruin your soul because the devil don't got no soul. So he's envious of that light because he wished that he had it. So you need to stay prayed up, stay armored, and remember, chosen ones. Guard your heart above all things because that is exactly what the devil is after. That is exactly what your enemies are after. So keep your heart pure and God will continue blessing you. God will set your path. Wherever you are in life, he will set your path. Continue following him. I know that your table is already set right in front of your enemies. Stay blessed.